What's good, my boy? I was out in the shop and I decided to just come back and take a quick shower and then make a video while I was at it. And in this video, I was thinking about these two metaphors I heard the other day called find a river and follow it. And then the one I just ran. Sometimes I think of like analogies for these videos in passing. And one of them was I was gonna make a video shitting all over the phone and how addictive it is and shit like that. And I was gonna do that, and then the thought came in my head. It was like an analogy of like, don't let the sword cut you, meaning like a sword is a useful tool. Okay, a gun is a useful tool, because of human nature, and it keeps things at bay and kind of peaceful. Whenever it kind of levels the playing fields, but it can also cut you. So you have these 2 points where it's a lot of information. This is a fucking powerful tool to utilize, but it can also consume and cut you. Okay, so don't let that. Now let me harp onto the river point, and I'm gonna tie these together. Okay, whatever the fuck little interest, passion, whatever you do that doesn't feel like you're going to hate doing it every single day and you get obsessively passionate about it. A river, a path, if you will. Once you find it, follow it. And while that is pretty beautiful, and that's a good statement that I stand by, it's very hard to do whenever you have a sword that sometimes cuts you. Okay, or let's change it up. A paddle for your boat that has splinters all in the motherfucker and will poke you. You got to delicately hold it in a certain way that you can firmly hold on to it and still paddle your fucking boat forward, okay? Let me expand upon these 2 points. You know what you want to do, so you're looking up people who are masters in it, and you're trying to get perspective and wisdom on it and things like this. Or, man, I really like the philosophy of like fucking a Joe Rogan with how balanced he is, or I like this guy, what he says. So you start I'm not gonna try to fucking do the little sword metaphor, it's too gay. You start to look at your phone and you start to like consume, okay? But the problem with too much consumption is it fucking consumes you. And all of a sudden you have all these different things. Wow, tattooing is really fucking cool. In the history of Ed Hardy doing it, I want to do that. My boy, you already have a river. Follow the motherfucker and quit stepping on the banks trying to find other paths. This is the true essence of this video. It's not going to be a very long one because it is a very short and concise point. Don't abandon this. I find myself very often turning on the simplicity switch in life. I like to do it every once in a while. I would consider myself very disciplined, structured, yada, yada, yada. But every once in a while, I like to turn on that simplicity switch of that kid in the 1950s of, he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't know Tony Robbins. He doesn't give a fuck about none of that shit. He doesn't give a fuck about how great Michael Jordan is. He's eating his ice cream. He's chilling with his boys. And it's like some fucking Stand By Me movie adventure shit. That is the simplicity and the beauty of before. I've learned how simplistic the world used to be by observing my grandpa and just watching how he interacts with the world. He didn't choose the fucking plant job that paid well, that supported his family, but was also monotonous at times because he was fucking impoverished and fucked by the government. He just did what he needed to do and found ways to entertain himself through hobbies, chilling with the boys, drinking beer, whatever the fuck it was. In the meantime, that's the simplicity switch. It's turning off all this distractions and shit and just doing things and actionable things, not laying in bed, but just doing things that make you feel fucking good and that are natural, genuine, and authentic, that just come out of you. So I like to do that every once in a while. But for the majority of my time, I like to be consistent and live a disciplined life. I like to do the normal generic fucking shit. Wake up at 5 a.m., get a fucking workout in. Yeah, all these people generically say that do this and do that, but it does fucking work. You get up, get a sweat going, start doing something that you care about, it sets your day up pretty fucking good. You have a ritual right before you get into some deep work. Ooh, there's a little Cal Newport buzzword. Right before you get in that deep work, your ritual every morning, talking in the third person for some fucking reason. My ritual, after I do that fucking workout, I get me a cup of coffee in a mason jar. I just fill it up with water. I put a couple scoops of instant coffee in it, mix it a fucking round, put it on my table next to a book, and take my little shower, and read the book for like 30, 40 minutes, get the neurons and glurks and whatever fucking scientific term going, cogs turning, and then get to work. Whether I feel, sometimes this is where the unstructured part happens. Whether or not it is a day I want to devote to art and music and painting or building or fixing things on the property or maintenance or messing with the animals or working in the wood shop, welding on something, whatever the fuck it is that day. And then I just try to do that to the utmost that I possibly can. I have found my rivers. I have a couple of them. There are a couple streams that run alongside of each other, so narrowly close that I can take my hands out of the boat and touch the other rivers. And I know that this is what I'm going to follow. I don't want anything else. I have found my river, as an example, okay? But armed next to me in my boat is this powerful weapon that can tell me the answer to so many different things and give me information on numerous things and perspective and make me laugh and make me this and make me that. But I have to stay aware that this can cut me. It can fucking make it to where I'm watching people die on Instagram Reels for 40 fucking minutes straight, and I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, goddamn, Apple Maps says, damn, I've gone 50 minutes away from the river. I gotta find it again. I gotta get back into the groove. That's what we don't want, okay? We don't want that. So, I'm not a fucking scientist. I'm not blah blah. I'm not any of these labels. I'm just Cameron telling you how I manage consumption with my phone. I separate this shit into two different categories, okay? I got like art and important consumption. This would be things like a podcast that's very informational or that will bring me great joy and perspective and whatnot. Podcasts. I got certain things like tutorial videos or review videos, certain things that you're not going to just fucking binge watch. I separate those. Those are what I can consume at any time. Usually, I don't spend most of my days in noise. I try to have long periods where it's just silence or music, but I separate those. Now, certain things like scrolling mindlessly and stuff like that, I cut that out, okay? I'm not perfect with this. Since Thursday, from Thursday of last week to this morning, Sunday, I turned that simplicity switch on, downloaded Instagram again, and hung out with my boys and just fucking chilled. Got some things done that I needed to get done around the property, but kind of just had a chill-ass weekend, okay? But for the majority of my time, I delete the fucking Instagram. I don't have TikTok on my phone anymore. I won't click the shorts video or the shorts button on YouTube, and I'm not missing out on much. It's like the argument for scrolling on this shit is like, oh, I get a David Goggins motivation every once in a while. He would think you're gay. If that's the reason why you have shorts is because every once in a while you get a laugh or fucking David Goggins calling you a fat fuck, David Goggins would think you're a fucking loser. Cut it out. Just cut the shit out for periods of time. In a couple days, download it and just see what's going on and delete the shit again. Okay? My videos. I try my hardest not to use YouTube on my phone too much. I access it through my computer. I open it up. I hit photo booth record. I record my little video, upload it on there, and I shut it off. Every once in a while in the evening, I have a shut-off point. So every single evening at like 7:30, I shut off all my work. No more music, no more painting, no more building, no more blah, 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 no more blah, 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 blah. None of this. Unless the pipe has broke in the wall and it's flooding the house, I'm done. I'm chilling. I can read. I can watch a fucking movie. I can hang out with my family. It's just a good, healthy time to shut off and enjoy things, okay? Beautiful. Sit by a fucking campfire. Now, that's what I found works for me and my balance. I just fucking had a brain fart of where I was going with that. But I have these points where I just shut everything off. And during this time, I might watch a little bit of YouTube. But in all, it kind of sometimes, if you use it too much, it defeats the purpose of shut off and a break. Because your brain does these little things where whatever you've learned, whatever you've digested, whatever the fuck it is, it works that out in the background in your brain when you're doing other shit, when there's silence. But whenever there's constant information just jamming it in, it's like trying to fucking, it's like triple fisting. Oh, nah, I'm not going to use that analogy. That's crazy. It's like trying to shove a bunch of fucking things in a pipe, and eventually it's just going to bust because you can't fill that many fucking things in this small little tube. That's what it's like, just consistently putting differing things. Not only is it going to fucking throw you off from your path, your purpose, whatever fucking buzzword you want to use, not only is it going to derail you from that, because you get too many distractions and too many things. Oh, wow, maybe I should start fucking doing this new hobby. Wow, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should contemplate this. Maybe I should read this. You already got enough books. You already know what you want to fucking do. Quit complicating this shit. That is how you avoid cutting yourself, as well as cutting the noise out every once in a while, periodically, balanced, where it gives the fucking room and all the shit you have consumed room to breathe and grow and chill, okay? That's all for today. I'm gonna go get back to some shit in the wood shop. It just randomly popped in my head to start doing something in there. Chase Paper, enjoy art and nature, my boy. Have a good one.